Hey everyone, and happy Meal Prep Sunday. Okay, and just in case you missed it, yesterday I actually changed my username. It is not that I am not a dietitian anymore, okay? I'm still an RD, but you'll notice that my new username is Cheesy Nutrition. That's actually my business name, and it has been for a while. I've just been holding so dearly onto the Cheesy RD because I am the Cheesy RD. I'm sarcastic and I tell really bad jokes. Cheesy, cheesy jokes. Plus, I love cheese. So, anyways, I am still the Cheesy RD, but Cheesy Nutrition is the business name. It's a very long story, and for those who know me quite well, I do not do very well with telling short, concise stories, so I will not bore you with it. I am going to tell you, though, how I actually failed at meal prep today. All right, I've got some joiners here. Hey guys. So I am just sharing today not only what I made, but how I failed. I didn't listen to my own advice. I didn't do what I'm supposed to do. I just kind of winged it, I guess. And you know what? I failed. So I'm going to tell you about it as I tell you what I made for the week. All right. So first, I actually made a gigantic egg bake because of the first mistake. I'll tell you that in a sec. So it's actually just some onions sliced up with our eggs, and this is actually for both the husband and I. I'm gonna cut it into pieces for his sandwiches, and then I'm just gonna eat it like my normal egg bake throughout the week. But the reason that I made it just as one huge one is I was making let me show you. It is a cranberry orange bread. Is that what it was called? Bread? We're gonna go with that. Cake? I don't know. So it's a cranberry orange deliciousness. It smells fantastic. It uses orange zest and some cranberries and really just a few pantry ingredients. But the reason I was making it is because we had some milk that went sour, and you don't have to throw that away. I mean, unless it's like chunky and gross. But if it's just got a little bit of a smell to it, it's basically like buttermilk. So we found a way to use it in this cranberry cake and bread. I don't know. It kind of looks like a cake to me. But anyways, it is just, what was it, a cup, I think, of the milk. So when you have just a little bit of milk that's maybe gone a little bit sour, I'll show you another use for it here in a minute. But you can make something like this cranberry orange bread, and you can not throw out the milk, which would be fantastic because I hate food waste. All right, so I put some pecans on mine. Yes, I say it pecans, not pecans, I can't even remember how else other people say it, but I say pecans. All right, so pecans on my part, and then the rest is nutless for the husband. Apparently he's nutty enough as it is. But anyways, so I used a little bit of that milk that needed to be used up. Unfortunately, it didn't use all of it, so I'm like, oh, what do I do with this last half cup? So I actually, for the first time, made homemade biscuits, and they actually look pretty good. Okay, for all you Southerners out there, how do these look? Those look pretty good? They smell good. I haven't tasted them yet, so I'm not sure. But my half cup made 5 good-sized biscuits. I don't know. I'm not sure, but they smell delicious, so surely they're good, right? Okay, so that's how I use the milk. But the reason that I was telling you I did our egg bake together today in one giant pan is because I misread the instructions, and I thought that cranberry bread was supposed to make a 9x13 pan. So I had my 9x13 pan already sprayed and ready to go. And then I find out it was actually a 9-inch pan. Whoops. So then I got the 9-inch pan ready, and I put the eggs in here. So I didn't have to wash a dish that I wasn't going to use, which was fantastic. So because of that, since it wasn't made in the stove, I already did the toast for 2 days for the husband's breakfast sandwiches. So remember, I just cut the homemade bread and I put it, you can see that's the part where the bread machine, little, not nozzle, I don't know what it's called, the little thing that turns stuff around in there. The little handle thing, that's where that is. But anyway, so I just toast the bread with a little bit of oil on the stovetop, and then I prep his sandwiches with cheese, egg. This one has onions in it, and I put the 2 pieces of toast on either side, and he warms it up when he gets to work on whatever day it is. So those are going to be his breakfast sandwiches. I'm going to have some of the eggs just kind of cut up, probably with some fruit and maybe a piece of toast. And then, of course, we have the cranberry bread, if that's something that we want for breakfast. I'm actually not much of a sweet person in the breakfast area. I like savory. But anyways, that's breakfast covered. Showed you what I did with the milk. Now I'm gonna tell you how I failed. I failed massively today, okay? My meal prep should have taken like an hour. Like it legitimately should have taken an hour because what are we having? We're having freezer clean out. So I've got one meal of a Korean beef bowl here. Okay, so Korean beef bowl, unlike your mom. Okay, so you don't fail ever at meal prep? So we've got one meal of Korean beef bowl. So what I did was I just got that out of the freezer. It doesn't look all that pretty in the bowl, but I made the spicy mayo already. And then I've got our red onions marinating here to be somewhat pickled. Oh, all the sweets for breakfast. Okay, gotcha. Now I'm a sweet in the afternoon or after dinner girl. All right, and then our jalapenos, of course, are already chopped and ready. And I'm missing one thing. There it is. I made the brown rice today. So I didn't have any in the freezer because I used our last package last week. And man, my hair is crazy. All right, so when I made the rice today, I made enough for lunches, which you'll see. I don't know why I skipped lunches. See, I'm failing all over today. Not only was I all sorts of crazy when I prepped, but now I'm not even telling you things in the right order. Okay, so Korean beef bowls. I made the rice. Ta-da! Okay, but I don't just make the rice that I need for one thing. I actually make a whole 2-pound bag at once, and any leftover goes in packages here, and this is gonna go in the freezer just like this. I get out as much air as I can, and I like to kind of put it in this sort of brick-like shape. It just freezes better in my opinion, because then I can like stack them. Of course, right now I'm only gonna have one in there, but at least it's ready for next time. Okay, and since I forgot to talk about lunch, we are having, well, actually, no, I'm not eating this. This is just for the husband. Brown rice, because I made the whole 2-pound bag, right? Some green beans that were just steam bag, whatever, in the microwave, and then the pork, okay? See, the pork on top, though, was actually cooked last week and frozen. Hold on. We are looking to make some breakfast sandwiches for meal prep this week. Hey, you can be just like the husband then. All right, so that pork was actually made last week in the air fryer after being marinated in some like soy sauce, a little sesame oil, I don't even remember, probably some rice wine vinegar. But anyways, so we just cooked those last week and froze them. The green beans were just the pop in the microwave, whatever. They're the fresh ones, not from frozen. And then the rice I cooked today, okay? So that was done. Here's my lunches though. I'm having like this random hodgepodge of stuff that I found in my little lunch dishes in the freezer. So I'm gonna clean those out this week. And guys, this is why I failed. I had so much for my freezer clean out that it should have taken me like an hour to do this meal prep, right? But no, I just kept finding random things to make instead. It was like I was trying to fill my time. I thought, oh no, I haven't had some roasted broccoli in so long. Let me roast some broccoli, you know? And then, oh yeah, we're gonna do this like sheet pan dinner thing with chicken apple sausage and some apples and cabbage and onions and some curry powder. And like, you know, it's gonna be super easy. I can add everything. I could even make some roasted potatoes to go with it, because why not? The oven's already on. That's what Grandma says. And then, you know, we're gonna have some chicken, some either fajitas or tacos or nachos, whatever we're feeling. It's gonna be Mexican type chicken. But why not roast some peppers with it? Because again, the oven's on and we like roasted things. We got the bread baking, we're making biscuits. Do you see where I'm going with this, people? I didn't think ahead. Everything that I actually cooked today, except the rice, that was in my pressure cooker, everything else went in the oven. My oven is not a gigantic 3, kitchen, whatever you want to call it, restaurant kitchen size, okay? Literally just a regular oven. In fact, I need a new one, so maybe I can get a bigger one next time. But regardless, I didn't think ahead. So I failed because this meal prep should have taken me an hour tops. And it took me like 3, maybe even longer. I don't know, it took me forever. It just kept going on, and I kept thinking, oh, I still have to put these biscuits in here. I still have to do this potato thing. There's so much left to do, but like I should be done. So my one tip today, listen to myself, okay? But my one tip is when you're thinking about your meal plan, Okay, this isn't just on meal prep day. You have to think of this ahead of time. When you're picking the foods that you're gonna make, you can't choose everything for one appliance. Okay, you have to spread it out. Kind of like if you have 2 crock pot recipes you wanna do. Okay, or if it's not crock pot brand, slow cooker, whatever. You wanna think, okay, so I only wanna do my prep on one day, meaning I either can only have one slow cooker recipe if I only have one slow cooker, or I could use 2 slow cooker recipes if I have 2 slow cookers, or if I'm gonna do them on 2 separate days. Okay, or if you're gonna run one overnight and then you're gonna use one the next day after you can like transfer all the food. Okay, but you gotta think ahead. Okay, yeah, just like Becky here said, you gotta plan ahead. So do I normally do this? Yes, but in my head I was like, oh, I'm just doing freezer stuff. I can throw in some veggies, I can throw in this bread, I can throw in these biscuits. Don't do what I did, guys. All right, I should not have been tied to the kitchen all day. So I'm gonna think ahead next time and actually listen to myself and do what I tell all of my Meal Planning Pro clients to do. Just plan ahead, make sure you're not picking recipes with the same appliance, and you'll probably be golden. All right, so did I actually show you everything? Because I feel like I got very distracted here. All right, we're doing chicken fajitas or chicken tacos or nachos or something with pre-cooked, well, I pre-cooked it, frozen chicken, so it's already defrosted, so all we have to do is add like the seasoning or sauce or whatever we're doing with it. We're gonna obviously add some of my roasted peppers. Actually, there's a little bit of onion in there too. We're also having, I think I like glazed by this one. So this is actually the Adel's chicken apple sausage, which we've never tried before. All right, and then we've got cabbage, just cut up, roasted, onions, missing something, apples, they're Gala apples, and some curry powder, black pepper, I think that was, some seasonal, like a basic seasoning blend. So all I did was chop it all up and roast it. I have no idea how long it took me. Everything took me forever. Just assume it takes forever. It's done when it's done, all right? So this is what I did here, but to have with it, we're having roasted potatoes, which I actually used some tandoori seasoning blend. I probably said that wrong. Tandoori, I don't know. Anyways, so we've got some Indian inspired seasonings on these potatoes too. They are just roasted. And, oh yeah, see, this is what I didn't show you. We're actually also having another frozen dish. So this is defrosted, obviously, but this was leftover chicken curry. I actually posted this recipe last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. So it's really easy, Instant Pot or pressure cooker, whatever you have at home, whatever brand you have. Chicken curry recipe. It's great for beginners because honestly, it doesn't have a lot of ingredients unless you don't have any of the spices. So if you don't have any of those spices already, it is gonna be kind of costly because there's a bunch of spices in it. And with that, we're also having, this is Basmati or jasmine. I don't remember, rice. But this is one that I actually cooked and froze ahead. So all I did with this was pull it out and defrost it. The biscuits and the cranberry bread to finish up that milk. And I don't know if you can really see in there. There's biscuits. Oh yeah, those smell good. And then we got a cranberry bread. I'm gonna try not to break my pan there. And yeah, egg bake. Of course, we gotta have a good egg bake. That's how we start our week off, right? All right, so guys, moral of the story, don't drop your glass dishes because they might break, because I almost just did that. And make sure you plan ahead when you are picking the meals you're gonna prep, all right? So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your Sunday, and I hope nobody else was tied in the kitchen for hours unnecessarily like I was today. And I wish all of you an awesome week, and I will see you next time. Have a great week.